Hey everybody, it is the second day of March 2023 and we are out for a hike. It was all day raining yesterday. It was incredible, the amount of rain that we had. But today it's gorgeous. It's about 65 degrees out here and we are in Indian Gorge in the Anza-Borrego Desert State Park, and this is a phenomenal hike. It goes into this canyon area and there are just a ton of wildflowers right now. And so if you're out here in Anza-Borrego, check out Indian Gorge. You can actually drive pretty far up here if you have a four-wheel drive or an all-wheel drive vehicle with pretty good clearance. There are some pretty good rocks here, but you can make it, just go slow. And we're going along, we're seeing all kinds of wildflowers, tuberosa, California poppies, all kinds of stuff. The desert lavender is in full bloom. It smells so good. And so stick around, let's see what else we can find. So we've just come along this gorgeous array of rock daisies, and you can see why they call them rock daisies. They grow up on the rocks like this. And this obviously is an area that gets a lot of water because there's so much plant life over here. And it's really gorgeous. These little tiny rock daisy flowers are all over the desert, and they're almost at the end of their blooming cycle here. They bloom really more in February than in March, but they still have quite a bit of flower on them. And here we have the desert lavender. You have to look really closely to see the blooms. Let me hold this up because the wind's blowing a little bit and Joanne can zoom in on this. It has beautiful little purple flowers, and the big thing about it is it just smells great. And desert lavender is in the mint family, the same family as oregano and all your favorite spices, peppermint, spearmint, those things. And it is all over the place out here in Indian Gorge. So if this is one of your favorite plants, this is a great place to come. What do you got? So this is a tuberosa. And tuberosa in Spanish means hummingbird. And the hummingbirds love this plant. I see there are a lot of bees around here too, so the bees obviously love it as well. And it has a tubular red flower, and you can see it's open there, so it's ready for pollination. And there are quite a few of these around here too, and they're really big. I've seen tuberosa before, but none this large. So this is probably actually multiple plants together, but wow, it's such a gorgeous, striking red color in the desert out here. And it's red, so it attracts the hummingbirds. They love it. I come across a smoke tree, and these are very beautiful in and of themselves, but in the early summer, they will bloom in these beautiful violet blue blooms. We may not see them because we might be gone by then, but they sure are pretty. And so we came across another desert lavender. This one has even more blooms on it. It's so beautiful. And you can see the leaves are kind of this grayish green. They're not a vibrant green. And that's another adaptation of the desert, is that by doing this, it kind of mutes the amount of energy that the plant takes in. And it helps the plant to stay healthy when it's really, really sunny or very hot outside. Here's a brittle bush, and this one has been blooming for a while, so a lot of the blooms are already done, and the seeds will develop out of this. And then you'll see that these have a disc in the center and then petals all around. And this is all over the desert. These are very prolific throughout the desert. So we're wrapping up our time here at Indian Gorge in the Anza-Borrego Desert State Park. And I just want to talk a little bit about things that you need to know if you come out here. First of all, bring a lot of water if you're planning to hike. It is a desert, it's very dry, and there's no water out here, so you'll need to bring your own. The second thing is there's no cell service out here, so don't guarantee that. Download the directions off of Google so you don't get lost when you come out here. There are a few places where you can get cell phone service, but in general, don't count on it, okay? So that's two things. Third thing, if you have a dog, you can't take the dog on any of the trails in the Anza-Borrego Desert State Park, but where you can take them is any place that a car goes. So all these dirt roads that lead into these gorges or into these trailheads, you can walk your dog on, but keep them on the road. And that is because there are a lot of bighorn sheep out here, and the scent of the dog scares them. So it makes them move from their territory, and we don't want to do that. We always want to be friendly to the bighorn sheep and other animals that are out here. You can disperse camp up here. We've seen a couple of people. It's really only good for truck campers or car campers, or if you have a very small travel trailer. If you have anything bigger than like a 10-foot travel trailer, I wouldn't even try it. There's no way we would bring our rig up here. But it's gorgeous. The views are amazing, and right now the weather is just perfect. Okay, so the last thing that I want to address today is the name of this trail and this gorge. It's called Indian Gorge in the Anza-Borrego Desert State Park. That's how you'll find it on the map. I don't like the name, and I'm hoping that the state of California will do the right thing and change the name of this soon, but that is how it's referenced right now. Even though Native people, First People, Indigenous people do refer to themselves as Indians at this point, it's still not a name that we should be using as school mascots or as names of mountains or trails or that sort of thing. It's not our word. We as white people need to respect the people who were here on this land before us. God knows we haven't done that historically, so we need to start doing that now. And so I'm really hoping that the state of California will rename this at some point and give it a much more progressive name than what it has right now. So we are parking in paradise. We are enjoying this journey. It is March. It is springtime in the desert. Things are blooming. It's gorgeous. Follow us along by hitting that subscribe button, hitting the notification bell so you get notified when we post new videos, and we hope to see you down the road.